From Minute Maid Park in Houston, an AL West matchup on the show. It's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Houston Astros. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the mound now, Hunter Brown. What do we have on him?
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So it just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Now it's the shortstop, Hernaiz. Fastball in for a strike, and this one is off and running. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. The shortstop takes the ball. Got it by him for the play.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Brown, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Fires across the diamond, 2 away here in the top of the first. Lined into right. McCormick makes the grab, and that's the inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. The pitch. Out there to center. Andujar settles under this one and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. And now here is Jeremy Pena. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Butler makes the catch. 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. Now Yainer Diaz. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And talk about efficient. 3 outs. Second inning set to go. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Butler goes 6 feet 3 inches, 210 pounds, and he's put together some good swings lately with 5 home runs in his last 10 games. And a pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The line to kick the pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Kyle McCann up next for the A's. Fastball in the corner at the knees, and it's a strike. That one ripped. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Throws to second. In there. That's a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
J.J. Bleday, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. That to right. He's got it. Runner tags it second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Digging in, Zach Geloff. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. McCann on third with 2 out. In there at the knees. 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Well, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that is that. Bottom of the second. Stepping in, Christian Walker.
The first base.
Estes back to work. Line to left. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one down. Here's Mauricio Dubon.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down. Isaac Paredes now.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Next offering upstairs. In the air, right field. Butler makes the grab on the run. And we're back. And now Ryan Noda. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one. Swings through that.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Righty to the plate. Goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been. But obviously, you have to be happy with that result. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Kicks and fires. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 down.
It becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and we're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll...
Well, he settles under it in left. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in is the speedy Jake Meyers. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Well, these Astros definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boo.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep for Garrett. Home run. The Astros strike first. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Wood. We knew it wasn't coming back.
That home run was a no-doubter as we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed. They just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
And now number 28. Out towards right center. That's well struck. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Oh, what a stop. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman,
That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. StatCast, the symbol.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. He's 0 for 1. Swinging a foul straight back. That's a base hit into center field. Around third. He'll score easily. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, most of the ones you dream about, the ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena. Flied to right his first time. Outside. And a swing and a miss there.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Now it's belted. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. And this place is rocking. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-0. He couldn't charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there. No doubt about it. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One out, base is empty. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Now fly ball to right center. Andujar makes a move towards the gap. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
2 down, nobody on. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Should have this one. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. On to the 4th, leading off, Brent Rooker. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And the 0-1. Base hit center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Right side. Slings to second. A 3-6-1 double play. Kyle McCann up next for the A's. That one's in there. Strike 1. Into left center for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. This is J.J. Bleday. And that's in there at the knees. Hard ground ball, base knock. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Zach Gallo up next for the A's. To second, Altuve, 3rd out. A's back here in Houston, and now Mauricio Dubon. Foul ball.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Ground ball left side. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. He was late there. Strike one.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Jake Meyers up next for the Astros. He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs. Wouldn't chase that time. Out towards left center. Lede pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here in Houston, and here's the first baseman, Ryan Noda. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
You know, these Athletics, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Toro batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job. Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Two down, nobody on. And that just misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Ground ball up the middle. On to first. Oakland goes quietly. Back here at Minute Maid Park. Bottom of the inning. Now here is number 28. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
He has had such a good day today.
Ken Waldichuk into the game.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
This one in the air. One down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And that one is lifted in the air. And it falls. And in to score the runner from second. Just a careless job of getting it in from the outfield there.
I feel like I've seen more balls, and this is speaking as a former outfielder, former center fielder, but more balls in this game just out of the reach. Sometimes the angle's not great. Other times just got to give credit because the hitters hit the ball really hard. It jumped off the bat. But one thing we do know is warmer temperatures are very, very favorable for the hitters.
Pena now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. That's outside. And the count even 1-1. The pitch. And that one wrapped foul. Next pitch is outside. And another ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's wrong.
And that's ball 4.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Lifted in the air, right center field. Moving under it. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. And now it's Christian Walker. And first offering is fouled off. And a foul ball. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Got him swinging. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And the lead is now 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Miguel Andujar. And he hits a ground ball right side. And he picks it up in foul territory. And it's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Up the middle, Pena. Over to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. That'll make it out of here. His 16th homer of the year. It's 5-1.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
So 1 out, nobody on. And now Lawrence Butler. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. The A's down by 4 here in the 2nd game of the series. In the air out towards right center. McCormick has it sized up. Corrals it. And there are 2 down. Kyle McCann the next to hit.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Grounder off the pitcher. And they get the out after the ricochet. And that'll do it. A's get one back on this solo blast. It's now 5-1. Back after this on the show. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the 6th, Mauricio Dubon. Base knock right field. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Well, these Astros doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
That one pushed foul.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
And that one is in the dirt. And it's 2-2.
The count is full.
In the dirt, and the runner holds. And he deals. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Fouled off. He was late. And a pitch. This one in the air, right field, under it. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score. A lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Dezenzo. 1 out, runners at the corners for him. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Andujar going back, and it's off the wall. Around third. The relay throw, and he's in there as they score a pair on the play.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
So 1 gone with a runner at third. Mccormick getting ready to hit. Swings through that one above the zone.
0-1.
1 away with a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. Late on that fastball.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
And that one is lifted in the air. Andujar drifts towards it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags for third. It's a sac fly as he comes across the score. It's 8-1.
Well, that's the 3rd run of the inning, and this team is doing a nice job of executing in the plate right now.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Joe Boyle.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 1-1. And that's too high.
1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. So back here in Houston, top of inning number 7. Here's the left fielder, J.J. Bleday. Swing and a miss.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, you got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's. First pitch misses.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2. You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
There's one. Back to first. Not in time. Abraham Toro will hit next. And it's fouled away. The 0-1. Just missed. Rolled to short, could be two. Over to Altuve. Double play as they get out of another jam. And the inning ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Jeremy Pena. And here it comes. The shortstop takes the ball. Oakland's bullpen has some movement. Trevor Gott preparing to come on if needed. Otanez also getting ready. And that's a base hit into left field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Just a solid swing.
Hey.
And here is Yainer Diaz. Runner on the go. Throw, save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Left into right center, and that should be extra bases. Coming home, he'll score. It's 9-1. Diaz into second, and he's got a double.
Well done, drives in the run. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Christian Walker up next for the Astros. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99. The Astros up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Oh, right to the backstop. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Up and in, and it's 1-1. And they'll do it again.
Well, with 2 strikes, you want to stay back long enough for that breaking ball, but he handled a fastball slightly elevated. Good job by the hitter right there to spoil it away.
In the air, right field. Butler drifts towards it, makes the grab. Runner tags for home. He'll score in the sac fly, and they now lead by 9. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. The 0-1.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Wouldn't chase that time. 2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Ready to begin the 8th, and now the shortstop, Hernaiz. Right through there for a strike. Brown still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And now the center fielder, Miguel Andujar. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split. The zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Rooker stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Next one misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
2-0.
That's a little bit low. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around third. He scores, and it's now 10-2. Safely into second. He's got a double. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Here's the catcher, Kyle McCann. And that is in for a strike. Going 1. Good eye right there. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Dubon settles under it and makes the catch. And that back here at Minute Maid Park, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Jake Meyers. Boyle back to work. In the air, right side. Under this one. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. So now the Astros designated hitter, Zach Dezenzo. First time around, he tripled home a pair. Swings through that one for strike 1.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now the right fielder, Mccormick. And that one hit to first, and it goes just foul. Deal 1. Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
The other way, and that's a base hit. The throw into second, and that's the second out of the inning on the force play. So the batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Not even close there, and the count's even at 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one is absolutely belted. This one's got a chance. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Around third. The relay, he'll score easily. And it's 11-2.
It's a run on the board and picks up an RBI. What a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Trevor Gott gets the ball now. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. So digging in, Jeremy Pena. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Butler makes the catch, and that'll do it. They get a run on 2 hits. Now the left fielder, J.J. Bleday.
The left fielder, number 33. J.J.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next pitch is outside. And that one is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Geloff stands in now and watches strike one. And he takes a strike.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
No wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Digging in for Oakland, Ryan Noda. That one at the knees for a strike. There's a strike at the knees. And the count is 0-2. Line drive.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And another ball.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The Athletics down to their final strike. Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 outs. And that one upstairs.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion. So
down. And that'll do it.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
11-2 the final tally. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Fans are final line score.